Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's going to be quite an in-depth review about mixing your own e-liquids. I'm going to put some timestamps here on the side so that if you already know about the calculator side, you know about the mixing side, or you just want to see the tasting, you can jump ahead. So yeah, on the side here, there'll be some timestamps. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to go to the calculator page and work out how much PG, VG, nicotine I need to make my measurements. The site I always use is Steam Engine. As you can see here, we have steamengine.org, free vaping calculator. Click on that one. And here we are on the Steam Engine page. Now there are many calculators online. I always use Steam Engine for my coils, for my ohms, and for my e-liquid calculator. So at the top here, as you can see, you've got your ohms law, your coils, your wire wizard, battery drain, mod range, e-liquid. Click on the e-liquid. And here we are on the e-juice calculator. We go over here to batch. You can put in here how much mils you want to make. These ones I'm going to make just 30 ml samples. So we put in 30 mils. Here you can add your flavouring, because this is one flavouring. It's just going to be one flavouring, obviously. You don't need to type in a name, but I am going to anyway, make it easier for me. I'm going to type in the sour apple here. And on this side here, you can select if your flavouring is PG or VG based. Most concentrates are PG based, but some are VG. So just check the bottles. This is going to PG, so I don't tick that one here. Over here, show you your nicotine strength. This will be what nicotine you're using. If you're using a Nick shot, it will be 18 milligrams. But if you're using 72 milligram nicotine, it will be 72 milligrams, obviously. But I'm going to go for the 18 milligram for nicotine shots. Down here, it does say PG-VG ratio. This is of your Nick shot. So if your Nick shot is 100% VG, put in 100%. And then over here is your target. Your target is going to be your final strength. I want mine to be 3 milligram. And then down here, again, your PG-VG ratio. This is what you want your final liquid to be. I want mine to be a 70-30 VG-PG. Type in 70, this will change to 30. So now over here is a recipe. It's showing me that I need 5 mils of my nicotine base of the Nick shot. Sour apple, 0. Oh, I haven't done percentage here. Like I said, these are all between 15 and 20%. I'm going to mix mine at 15%. I thought I just did that. That's better. Yeah, I'm going to mix mine at 15%, apart from menthol, which I'm going to do at 10%. So yeah, back over here. So the recipe is going to be 5 mils of the nicotine base, 4.5 mils of the apple flavouring, 16.27 of VG. I won't do that. I'll explain later what I'm going to be doing. And then 4.23 of PG. So that is if you're using a Nick shot. If you're using 32 milligram nicotine, you put 72 in here and click. And you can see it's now updated it to the nicotine base is now going to just be 1.25 mils. And obviously the VG has changed and the PG's changed slightly. But for this review, I'm going to assume that you can't get hold of the nicotine and you're using a Nick shot. If you've been vaping for a long time, you probably know where you can get your 72 milligram nicotine from. I have a load of it at home already. But like I said, if you're quite new to mixing, you might not be able to get hold of it. You might not know where it is. So I'm going to do these ones with a Nick shot. So yeah, I'm going to make 30 mils of e-liquid, 15% flavours, using an 18 milligram Nick shot. The Nick shot is going to be 100% VG. My final nicotine is going to be 3 milligrams. My final ratio, I want 70-30 VG PG. And this is what we're going to go by, this recipe right here. So let's go over and do some mixing. Okay, here we are at the mixing part of this review. As you can see, I'm wearing gloves. Always wear gloves when you're mixing e-liquids, especially when you've got nicotine involved. I've got the 4 flavours from Design Your Vape. I've got the sour apple. I've got the Pink Man. I've got the drumsticks. And I've got the menthol. To save time, I'm only going to mix one juice in this, but the juice I mix, you just copy it for all the others. The only difference is 3 of these juices I'm mixing at 15%, but the menthol I will be mixing at 10%, not 15%, because menthol is too strong. So I'm going to show you the sour apple. So when you're doing your e-liquid mixing, you will need a bottle of PG. You will need your VG, obviously. Now, if you've got 72mg nicotine, you can use that. I have quite a lot, but because I am in the UK, because of TPD regulations, you may not be able to get hold of it. You may not know where to get it. There is still a few places in the UK you can get it from, but some of you might not know where to get it, so you may be using nic shots, which is why in the calculator, I calculated using a nic shot with 18mg nicotine, pure VG this one. When you are mixing your juices, there's two ways you can go about it. You have your little bottles. These are going to be little 30ml bottles. Just take off the cap. You have your little nozzle, your top, and your bottle. Now you can use syringes to take out the VG, PG, and flavouring. Syringes available in different sizes, up to about 50ml. I've got some here for 10ml, and I've got some single ones at 1ml. As you see here on the side, on my little calculator pot here, I put a little splash screen there. There is a milliliter measurement, and there's also a gram measurement. Yeah, you can use a little scale to mix it. If you want me to do a review later on where I show you more in-depth mixing, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, most people when they first start mixing, they will probably use syringes. I, however, don't do that. I usually use my little beaker. My little beaker actually has the measurements here, as you can see, all in 1ml at a time. So I will use this one. I'm going to put all my ingredients inside here, measure it all up, and I'll decant that one into my bottle. So, what we need to do is look at my little on the side. I know that I need 5ml of nicotine, so I'm using the 1.8 or 18ml nic shot. Like I showed you, you can use 1.25ml of 72mg nicotine. But I'm doing this review because some people won't have access to that, so I'm going to use a nic shot. So yeah, I'm going to put in 5ml of the nicotine base in this. I might go screen because I need to look at it carefully myself. The thing with these beakers is it's not really clear. It's quite hard to see sometimes. You have to hold it to the light. So yeah, I've got 5ml of the nicotine base. I can then see that I need 16ml of the VG. So 16 plus 5 is obviously 21. So I'm going to take this up to 21. Again, I'm going to go off the screen so I can see what I'm doing, guys. And I am up to 21ml with the VG. The PG says 4.47, but I'm going to have 4.5. When you got the 0.5, it may be quite hard like this. So I will do 4ml like this of PG. So that's 25. Now I need a 0.5ml. It's hard with this beaker, so this is when I will use a syringe. Especially if your flavourings is like 0.4 or 0.5 of a mils, and it's really awkward like this. You can use a little one of these. So I'm going to take 0.5ml of PG. I will also say that when you use syringes, never mix them together. You use a syringe to use for PG. Don't then go use it for VG, and vice versa. Don't contaminate your mixing bases. So yeah, I usually just use these ones and throw them away. I don't really use these. I just use these, like I said, when it's like a 0.4 or 0.3 or 0.2. It's a bit awkward to see with my little beaker here. So yeah, that's that one. Now for the flavouring, which is going to be the sour apple, I always like to shake my bottles. Just make sure all the flavours all mixed up inside it. Give it a good shake. And my flavouring is again 4.5. And up to 30. So there we are. That is 30ml of e-liquid, all mixed up. We have 5ml of nicotine base, 4.5ml roughly of the flavouring. You can get over slightly with the flavouring. Where it's just 16.03, I've rounded it up to 16ml of VG. Where it says 4.47 PG, I've rounded it up to 4.5 PG. You're not going to notice a difference with that small amount. Then, all you got to do, Normally when I mix big batches and I don't use small bottles. I've got a small bottle here. I've got to try and decant this into this. I did speed it up slightly, guys, because VG is really thick. It takes quite a while. When you've finished, always make sure to cover all your bottles. Don't get them mixed up. Like I said, if you use a syringe, you could use this again for another PG if you wanted to. Put in a little self-sealing bag and write on the bag PG or VG to use it again. But like I said, I don't really use syringes that much nowadays, so this I'm just going to throw away. So yeah, that's going to be my sour apple. 30 mils of it. Put a cap on it. Put the top on it. In fact, because this is sour apple, it makes it easy for me. A lot of my bottles are colour coded, so I can use the green one for the sour apple. I can use the clear one. And my microphone still seems to die on me. What I was saying is, when I first mix my juices, I put the cap on it obviously, put it away in the cupboard. Then the next day, I will take it out of the cupboard, undo the cap, just squeeze a bit of the old air out, put the cap back on again, shake it again, put it in the cupboard. I will do that for 3 days and then just leave it. Normally when you mix a menthol or mint vape, you can go straight away and vape it. Fruit vapes, you can vape them straight away, but I like to leave mine for at least 5 to 7 days. If you're making like a tobacco or a custard, they can take between 2 and 4 weeks. I do my own tobacco. When I make my batch of tobacco, I make like a 500ml bottle of it. My own recipe, which is called Oh Yay Tobacco. It's going to be a really nice burley tobacco with a cream, a honey and raisin. But yeah, like I said, I mix my tobacco and I leave it in my cupboard for almost 2 months. So yeah, custards and tobaccos and bakeries take a lot longer. Fruits, they are good to go straight away, but give it a few days to make it improve more. But like I said, the menthols and mints, you can vape them straight away. So I mixed all 4 of them. So in this part, quick taste. I've tried them before, and I will say that maybe I should have mixed these all at 10%, not 15. It does say in the bottle 15 to 20% mixing ratio. These are quite strong flavours, and I think I should have done it at more like a 10%. And my menthol, I did it at 10%. Maybe I should do that at 5%. It's a question of trial and error. When you first start doing DIY e-liquids, always make a small batch. Don't make a big batch and it comes out wrong. And always go for a low flavour. If you over flavour your e-liquid, it's a lot harder to reduce the flavour than to add the flavour. So if you made it really weak in flavour, you could add another 1 or 2% of the flavouring to improve it. But if you made it too strong, you could add like 10 mils of PG, VG to water it down. You're then also watering down the nicotine. Then you've got to start trying to calculate how much more nicotine to add to it. So it's not advisable. It's always best to make your e-liquids at the lower percentage of flavouring and then add more if you have to. Because these do say 15 to 20%. I thought I'd go for the low end at 15, but I have tried these and I think maybe these should be 10% and my menthol should have been 5%. So yeah, anyway, I'm talking too much. First one I'm going to try is going to be, of course, the sour apple. I made that first. Got my usual Pixie RDA. Going to fire 30 watts. It's going to be a point, he says. 1 second. 0.34 ohm coil. Going to fire at 30 watts. Let's give sour apple from Design Your Vape a quick taste. I'm getting that apple candy. You know the little ball you can buy? It's green and sometimes it's got a slight red blush on it. Really sweety apple flavour. And the sour. Like I said, this is quite strong. If you like strong flavours, then go for the 15%. Me, I like a slightly lower flavour. So next time I make this, I will make mine at 10%. But even at 15%, I can get a feel for the flavour. It is a really nice candy apple with a slight sour hint to it. Just like the little bag of sweeties you used to get in the old days, little green apples. Really, really quite nice actually. Real candy apple and a real, not overly sour, but quite sour. That's just a real nice sweetie, sour apple. Love it. Very nice, guys. So let's go try the next one quickly. Okay, here are the next juice, which is going to be the drumsticks. Drumsticks is, as you know, a little lolly. It's usually like a raspberry, a slight vanilla, and a slight cream flavour to them. So yeah, let's try drumsticks. Now this one isn't too strong. This is what I mean when you first start DIYing. It's a question of trial and error. The sour apple I could have reduced down to 10%, but this drumsticks at 15% actually is okay. Because I'm getting that really nice, creamy, chewy vanilla sort of taste, then the raspberry afterwards. Just a nice, chewy, sweety flavour. If I didn't know it was a drumsticks, I might think it's like a fruit salad, sort of chew sweet. But yeah, a nice raspberry, a nice cream, and a nice vanilla. Not too sweet, this one. Really, really nice. Yeah, like I said, all of these juices, I've had about 5 days, I think it was. They may improve more afterwards. But 5 days for fruit vapes is normally enough. A real sweety drumstick flavour. Let's go try the third one. Okay, and here we are with the third one, which is going to be the Pink Man. So yeah, let's try Pink Man. I've not tried Pink Man for over a year now, I must say. At one point, I was really a sort of Heisenberg and Pink Man fan. Vaped it so much that in the end I just went off it slightly. This one is really nice again. That grapefruit sort of flavour is there. Mixed with a sort of key lime and lemon flavour. The sour is there as well, but it's not too sour with this one. This is a really mild, sour taste. It's more slightly bitter grapefruit with the, like I said, the key lime and lemon flavour. But yeah, again, another one. Really nice version of Pink Man. Let's go try the last one. Okay, here are the last flavour, which is going to be the menthol. Like I said, the menthol I mixed at 10%. I should have mixed it at 5%. I'm going to give it a few vapes, but not too many. Menthol. What can I say? It's a menthol vape. If you like a nice, strong menthol, then yeah, maybe 15 to 20%. For me, I like a slight menthol hint to my vapes. And at 10%, even that is a bit strong. That's nothing against the liquid itself. That's just me personally. Like I said, if you like a nice, strong menthol, yeah, you'll like this one. What's it taste like? Tastes like menthol. You can't really go wrong with a menthol vape. It's what it is. It's menthol. So yeah, that was a menthol e-liquid. Like I said, all of the other flavours I mixed at 15%. The menthol I mixed at 10%. The sour apple, maybe I could have come down to 10%, and the pink man and the drumsticks, they're okay at 15%. If you do decide to go down the DIY side and making your own e-liquids, always go with the lower percentage of flavourings and always make a small batch. If your bottle says mix it at 16%, mix it at 10. Because if you make it 16% and it's too strong, it really is hard to reduce the flavour because you add more PG, more VG, then your nicotine ratio has gone out the window. Whereas if it's not strong enough, you can add like half a ml of flavouring to bring the flavour up. So yeah, always aim for a lower flavour and then go upwards rather than a strong flavour and try and come downwards. So yeah, that was those 4 from Design Your Vape. Now, Design Your Vape website, I'm looking at it right now, they do a lot of concentrates, but they also do short fills, already pre-made. You just had your nick shot. So yeah, as you know, I can't put a link down below in my description for third-party sites, but down below is a link to my website. On my website, there is a vendors page, and on the vendors page, Design Your Vape will be there. Just go to my vendors page, find a link, click on it there. Really nice juices. I've really enjoyed doing this mixing review. When I first started my channel, my first 2 or 3 videos were mixing juices for best liquid. Then the last year, I've not really done too many, I must say. I think I'd like to go back to that side where I do a little bit more mixing. Let me know down below in the comments if you want to see more mixing reviews. Some of these juices, like the Pink Man and the Drumsticks, they are more like a bot shot. They have all the flavours already mixed into that one concentrate. I do sometimes like to take separate flavours and mix them together at different percentages to make different flavours. Online, there's a lot of websites that have e-liquid recipes. So yeah, look around. If it's your first time and you're just starting to do DIY, there's nothing wrong with buying something like a drumstick and using that one. But like I said, if you want to sort of make your own flavour and you try this drumstick, and yes, it's nice, but the cream is either too much, or the vanilla is not enough, or the raspberry is too strong, you could then buy a raspberry concentrate, a cream concentrate, and a vanilla concentrate. Use a calculator and start making your own ratios. So if you try this one and you think, that's nice cream, that's nice vanilla, but I need a bit more raspberry, increase the raspberry with a separate concentrate. There's so many ways around making your own e-liquid. You can buy bot shots, like I said, that are just pre-made. That recipe's in that bottle, you add it to your PG, VG, nicotine, and away you go. Or you can buy your separate flavours and start playing around. Nothing wrong with mixing around. If you start mixing, never make a big batch. Do a little 10ml bottle, play around if you think I want to try this and that together. Try it. If you don't like it, you've wasted 10ml of e-liquid. Never go and make your first batch a big bottle. Because if it doesn't work, you've wasted all that PG, all that VG, and all the nicotine. So yeah, guys and girls, hope you liked the video. Did like the video, why not give me a thumbs up? If you're new to me on YouTube, why not subscribe down below to see more from me. And I'm going to say to you, like I always say to you, every time, Menthol Vape, I will see you all next time.